Hello everyone, I'm Kushal Agarwal from the team StockPulse, and today I'm going to give you a brief overview regarding a solution for the problem statement online testing and monitoring the quality of medicines and consumables. Our team ID is SIH1621. So, first of all, we have created a dashboard like system for our inventory management system and other purposes that you might require in a medicinal warehouse. And let me just give you a brief overview over our dashboard and our UI. So as you can see, over the left side of the screen, we have created an alerts tab, which will give you alerts for certain anomalies or shortages in the warehouse that you might face. For example, if a certain medicine is running low on stock, it will give you an alert like paracetamol is running low on stock towards the left side of your screen, so that it's always visible to you whenever a certain anomaly is occurring in your warehouse. Then over to this side of the screen, you can see we have created a warehouse monitoring system, which will directly get information and data from our IoT sensors that are set up in your warehouses for certain sensitive medicines that require a certain temperature and climate for their storage. For example, it will show you temperature, humidity, power status, fire suppression, and last maintenance of those IoT sensors. And these are all real-time monitoring based systems. Then over to the top right of the screen, you can see our search tab, which is one of our main features, as it is a suggestive search tab which will give you alternative drug suggestions in case of any emergencies of a certain medicine is running low on stock. And these are all alternative drugs which are going to be approved by doctors themselves, which have the same composition and dosage, so that the health of the patient is not sacrificed in any way or form. Then just right below the search bar, you can see there's a supplier scorecard system, which is again one of our main features, which will basically give you a record of supplier scorecards or suppliers based on their past records on what sort of quality of medicines they have delivered, and if they have delivered around their expected delivery date or not. Then right below it, there's an inventory manager, which is a suggestive inventory manager, as it basically gives you all information regarding your inventory: the name, the quantity, the expiry date of the medicines, the batch number, and the reorder priority. Whether you need to reorder it right now, or you can wait for a certain amount of time to reorder it. Then let's look a bit at the technical side of our software. For front end, we are using Next.js UI. For database handling, we are using MongoDB. For backend, we are using API routes, Next.js, and for real-time updates, we are using WebSockets for those IoT sensor real-time data and warehouse management time. For machine learning integrations, we are using TensorFlow and Skikit for predictive analysis. And for IoT sensor, we are using DHT11 sensor for monitoring and MQTT for data transmission. For security purposes, as we are going to handle highly confidential data, we are going to implement HIPAA compliance. And for Docker, we are using containerizing applications. For cloud services, we are going to deploy on AWS Cloud, Google Cloud, or Vercel. Now let's look at the challenges that we might face during our implementation. First of all, the complex IoT integration in the software. For that, we're going to tackle it by developing a flexible IoT structure architecture using MQTT for seamless device communication. Staff resistance to new tech, as it is a very commonly seen thing which is prevalent in India. For that, we have created a very user-friendly interface with built-in guides, which is accessible in a lot of languages, so that it's accessible to everyone and anyone can easily read it. Then for integration with existing systems, we are using robust APIs for smooth system integrations and communication. For high setup costs for cloud and IoT, what about that? We are going to use Docker for cost-effective deployment. Then what about for established hospital inventories? It's going to take a lot of time for them to go over our new systems. For that, we're going to differentiate ourselves with using IoT based environmental monitoring and machine learning predictive management, so that it's an easier transition for the hospitals too, by reducing their manpower needed. Then for slow adoption in healthcare, we have targeted to highlighting our efficiency, compliance, and cost saving. Now let's look at some impacts and benefits before and after StockPulse. For inventory accuracy, which was done before manually by the labor, which was not very certain and accurate at all times, which as you can see, it was 65% before, is going to increase to a high number of 98% right now using our automation software. Then monthly loss that a hospital might face regarding their expired medicines, which was before 100%, as not everyone could keep check of every medicine in those large inventories, and certain losses were to be certain. Then we have reduced that using our software dashboard by 15%. Then let's look at the manual labor cost reduction, which was to 100% before, as a lot of manual labor was required for warehouse management and for certain other things, which is now reduced to a significant 25% right now. So as you can see, there's a stark difference between before and after StockPulse. And for these are for the references. Everything which we are talking about right now is backed by authorities. All of the data is being backed by authorities. There are no numbers that we are making up right now. So that was StockPulse for you guys, and so yeah, thank you.